Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharyamadhyamam Asmadacharyaparyantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamagacchate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay, so we saw elaborately last time. Any questions, clarifications? We have seen verse 14. Any questions or clarifications? Karma, Upasana on manifested Brahman, Ishvara on the unmanifest. Any questions on this, or is it clear? Okay, since everyone is silent, I'll assume that Isavasyopanishad is not as confusing as I thought. Okay, and everyone is clear about the whole thing. Okay. Okay. So no question. Okay, good. Let's go ahead then.
Swamiji, Karthik here.
Yeah, Karthik, bolo.
When we say Arpana Buddhi as an offering to God,
Yeah.
in more practical terms, what exactly does it translate to by way of my mindset?
Good question. Ishvara Arpana Buddhi in what sense? Okay, at a higher level, at a very simple practical level, he'll say, oh Lord, I want this, I am doing it for this, but I will offer my actions to you. It is because of you that all this is possible. Because of your order, all this is possible. Very simple way of doing it. But as your understanding grows, and you recognize how even a blade of grass moves only because of Ishvara's order. Now, we can talk about Ishvara's order, and I have elaborately talked about it in various places. But this will come only, your understanding will come only when you start seeing how this order plays out in life. Like this class, for example. All of us have come together. How? How? Anyone responding?
Of course, by God's grace.
What else?
And also our karmic connections.
The desire for wanting to learn this.
Okay, so let us take three aspects for it. One is prarabdha. One is prarabdha. Each one's and collective. Correct? One is personal choice. Each one of us have made a choice to be here. I was busy with something that was barely getting over at 7. I had to rush it. I could have said, forget it, cancel the class today. I chose not to do that. So, one second, let me finish what I am saying. So, there is a prarabdha on people's part, there is a choice on people's part. Prarabdha is based on karma, karma phala. The laws of karma, karma phala are Ishvara. Your ability to make a choice is also Ishvara. It's God given. No? You didn't come here one day and decide, from today onwards I will have freedom of choice. You are born with the freedom of choice. God given. Ishvara's order. The Zoom, etc., all this technology developed by human beings. Human being, the capacity, the knowledge, all available in the creation, we used it and developed it. All that we have done is use the potential given by Ishvara, and we have manifested it. The ability to manifest is also Ishvara's given. The more you recognize all these things happening in your life, your actions will stand offered to Ishvara just by this cognition. And if this cognition you really understand and you have brought it into your life, how do you know you have brought it in your life? You will have a sense of poise. Whatever happens, Ishvara's order. You will have a sense of fearlessness. क्या हो जाएगा? What has to happen is happen. You will exercise your freedom of choice fully. You won't blame anyone. You won't blame anyone outside, you won't blame yourself. See a pattern. You will see patterns happening in your life. This is the real level of Ishvararpanam. Otherwise, if you can't be at this level initially, make a conscious choice. Make a conscious choice and say, Lord, this is being offered to you. That's easier, simpler. That you do when you are not ready for the higher.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's clear now. Yeah. So this is what Ishvararpanam means. Karma Yoga is not a small thing. People take Karma Yoga, Nishkama Karma and leave it. It is not. Nishkama Karma is a technical expression which has a lot in it. Which means a lot. It's a technical expression. Nishkama Karma is not to be translated as desireless action. That's a mistake people make. But half the world does that. Half the world teaching Vedanta, especially Neo Vedanta. Vedanta that's being taught in organizations, where there is a network of people, where there is a vertical control, lateral control. That's what I mean by an organization. What do I mean by an organization? There is a vertical control and a lateral control. In a spiritual setup, there will be vertical. Why? Guru Sishya Parampara. There won't be lateral. There is no one center deciding what all the other institutions, other branches should be doing. When that is done, it becomes an organization. Vertical is simple, Guru Sishya Parampara. At the most, thora senior, junior will come in. Because you can't, when the teaching has been going on for some time, it will come in. It will come in. Because there will be some people who have started teaching 30, 40 years back and some people just starting now. So that much of vertical thing will come in, but not more than that. Yeah. So in this organizational setup, one has to be careful because it little bit tends to be organization and control. Then everyone decides, one center decides what should happen, what will happen. There is an organized view. This has to be done, it has to be like this only. I can't make any changes depending on the need of my students. All those issues will come up. So it is in these type of organizations I have seen this Nishkama Karma translated as desireless activity, desireless action, desireless action. No, it is not desireless action. As I said last time, even an action full of desires can become Nishkama Karma if you put in Prasada Buddhi. Because it is as good as not having the karma. But I am willing to accept failure. Then how much is the karma there for you? You have become bigger than the karma before you started doing the action. Yeah. If there is no kama, there is no need for karma yoga. Sadhu Banja, Lokesmin Divida Nishta, all that I explained in the Gita. If people are having doubts, as I said last time, please go ahead and listen to those cassettes again. Okay? You are always welcome to ask it here. But if the doubt is serious and is elaborate, please listen to it again. That's all it means. Anything else before we go ahead? Shoot, no problems. Just trying to look.
Swamiji?
Yeah?
Vartika.
Yeah, Vartika, bola.
Swamiji, fearlessness, how to get that in you by through this understanding of
Okay,
Vedanta?
this is a relative fearlessness we are talking about as a karma yogi. The more you understand the order, the more you see what has to happen will happen. I am an instrument in the hands of the Lord, which Krishna says in the Gita, Nimitta matram bhava savya sachan. Be an instrument in my hand. So if I have an instrument in the hands, I am expendable, isn't it? Isn't an instrument not expendable? Your specs is an instrument, it broke. What will you do? Get hold of a new one. You're not going to mourn this, are you? So that is my attitude toward my body and mind. This is it. Success, failure, it's happening according to the Lord's plan. Put it like this. If in the Lord's plan I have to fail, but I succeed because of my effort, is it a failure of the Lord's plan or my success or my failure? If I have to succeed in the Lord's plan, will I not succeed?
Yes.
If I have to fail in the Lord's plan, will I not fail?
Yeah.
That's why in spite of all effort, sometimes it doesn't work out. In the cosmic plan meaning what? Not God sitting down there and making plans. This character has to fly in this. The whole plan is by karmic thing. The whole plan is by karma. In that, I do what I can. Ishvara Arpanam. Oh Lord, this is for you. And prasada. What are you worried about after that? Doesn't a relative fearlessness come into your life? I do what I can. What the Lord wills will happen.
What if I have not done enough or done it correctly?
So you develop the karma yoga buddhi more. You develop more of bhakti. This is bhakti. Bhakti is not just bhajan singing or doing an elaborate puja. I remember once getting a call from this priest. This priest is phenomenal in his pujas. If I want any puja done, I'll catch hold of him. Why? When he does that puja and he invokes this avahanam of the Lord, you will feel the presence of the Lord. He is that good. Yeah. Especially when he does a Durga puja or something, what do you call a Bhagavati Sevai or a Deepa Namaskara puja. You put a mask, silver mask of the Devi there, and invoke the Devi in that mask. You will find the eyes lighting up when he does the Navahanam. He is that good. But once I get a call from him, Swamiji, can you please come? I'm very scared about something. I said, He invokes the Lord and the Lord appears and he's scared. Ye baya baat hai. I went and talked to him and helped him handle that issue, whatever. It was just something, nothing great, nothing big. Can you see? For him, it was a job which he had high degree of competency, but he had not extended in his life. If the Lord is coming at my call, what is there for me to be scared of in life, Baba? Tell me. Tell me really. If I invoke the Lord and the Lord appears here, I can sense the presence. Tell me what is there to be scared of? But he was scared. Why? Because he had not extended that bhakti into his life. Yeah. That's important. That bhakti should come into your life. You can do an elaborate puja or you can do a small simple puja. And have that attitude of offering, that puja offering. Puja you offer, no? That attitude right through into your life. If you can do that, you got it made. You are a karma yogi naturally. Yeah. I always give the example of Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was a boxer, world champion, considered one of the greatest of all times, if not the greatest of all times. Used to always say, when I enter the ring, I don't have to worry about anything. Why? Lord is in my corner. Yeah, He is my support, He is my corner. Why should I worry? Win, lose, whatever He wills will happen. The Lord is in my corner. Now he had extended it into one of the most difficult areas of life. Where you are going to beat somebody into a pulp and somebody is trying to beat you into a pulp. Life-threatening situation. Okay. The soldiers considered to be fearless in the world. In fact, Sam Manakshaw said this. If a soldier says he is not scared, either he is lying or he is a Gurkha. And you know what the battle cry of the Gurkha is? Jai Mahakali, Ayo Gurkhali. And the response is Gurkhali Ayo Re. I had some dealings with them. It's true. What Sam Bahadur says is true. Why? Yeah, the Goddess is with me, abhi kya karne ka mere ko. Can you see? It's extended into their life. Yeah. And this war cry is, when your ammunition is over, your guns can't be fired, you only have a kukri in your hand and you're facing the enemy.
Swamiji,
Yeah?
there is a verse in Hanuman Chalisa. सब शुक्ल है तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना.
काहू को डरना, exactly. तुम रक्षक हो तो काहू को डरना. True. So this is where that bhakti gives you that royal courage. And that's how you know how much of a karma yogi you are. I'm not saying you like losing things. This pen, I've been using it for the last 10 years. 10 years I've been using this pen. This is a very ordinary pen, okay? Ordinary pen. 30-40 bucks you'll get this pen. 10 years I've used. Enough life, no, for it. But you like to lose it? Would I like to lose it? Oh, why? It's a good pen, nice, useful. How many times have I used this as an example in the class? Purana sambandha hai iska.
Swamiji, you have to just give it to somebody.
Yeah.
You may not return it.
But then one day it'll break. One day it'll get misplaced. One day it'll get lost. You don't like it to happen, but you take it. होता है, from a pen to your bank balance to your near and dear ones. Yeah. One day your parents will go, if they are not already gone. One day near and dear ones will go, or you will go leaving them. Then small things like other things. It's like my mother used to say, and we used to have this big joke between us, you know. Last few years of our life, she stayed with my sister. But she would come home to live with me for some time. I mean, the familiarity of the house and this and that was important to her. Fine. Then she'll go into the kitchen naturally. First thing will be kitchen. Then she'll say, where is that ladle gone? One of the ladles she used to use. Oh, that is broken. See, the pieces are there. I kept the pieces for her so that she will know it is broken. Oh my God, I used it for 50 years and you broke it in 6 months. I said, no, it broke in 50 plus 6 months. 50 years plus 6 months. She didn't like losing the ladle. पुराना संबंध है ना 50 years का. Everything in life is like that. You don't like it to happen, but things will happen and you accept it in your stride. Agate swagatam kuryat gachantam na nivaret. What comes, welcome it. What goes, don't hold it back. Let it go. Let it go. Yeah. That is karma yoga and bhakti in day-to-day life. Then the courage, now it doesn't happen overnight, I accept that. It takes some time to develop it, but this is what we need to cultivate. We all are fine, okay? If you are saying, oh my God, I don't have it, not to feel guilty about it. Remember that priest? The Lord would respond to him. His call, he is there. The Lord is there. But still he was scared. He had not yet learned to extend it. Then I had to talk to him about that. Yeah. So, this is part of the game. It takes some time, it's okay. As long as you're working towards it, fine. As long as I am better today than what I am yesterday and better tomorrow than what I am today, fine. Yeah. Don't put yourself under the pressure. Oh, I have to do it, I have to do it. At the same time, don't be so laid back. Dekha jayega. Both are problematic, you know. If you're too laid back, nothing happens. Some of my students are very good at that. They have proved that they are changeless. 20 years of teaching, they are still changeless. Too laid back. Or too much of pressure. Relax. It's like the ability to function in a relaxed manner. Some people say, I function best under pressure. And then I look at them, they are not really functioning best under pressure because they are stressed out. If you are relaxed under pressure and you are functioning, then you can say, I function well under pressure. But if pressure stresses you out, sorry. Prasada buddhi leke aana thoda. That's how you handle pressure. All this stress relief is fringe benefit for a karma yogi. You don't have to make a special effort. Fringe benefit. If you are a karma yogi, stress management is fringe benefit. Yeah. So with that attitude, you do worldly karma, religious karma, upasanas. Upasanas twofold: mental worship of Ishvara and resolving your mind, unmanifested. These three picks up. So your sadhana is fixed now. People always say, why didn't you give me any sadhana? Here, the Upanishad gives you the sadhana. Thoda, light the lamp to invoke that bhakti out of you. When the lamp is lit, let the bhakti be lit in your heart. Yeah. Bhakti ke deep jalao, like, na? Yeah. So, in the lighting outside is lighting inside. Then some upasana, simple. Japa dhyanam, etc. Quiet in your mind. Both can run into another. Manasa puja, japa dhyanam. In fact, in the meditation I have taught, it is always like that. No? One flows into the other. It's complete. Ho gaya. Simple. For a student of Vedanta. Of course, in the Veda, the rites given, etc., are very elaborate. Because they are for going to other lokas, this, that, etc. We are not interested in that. We are interested in moksha. Here is the choice I am giving to people. Supposing by some bad luck, you have to be a yoga brashta. You die before you gain nishtha in this knowledge. Okay, you die before you can gain this knowledge completely. What do you prefer? Rebirth within a few years or 500 years in heaven before you are born again?
Rebirth within a few years.
Why? Because you can start working again for moksha. Whatever little is left, you can make up for that. Otherwise, 500 years you have to wait in heaven. Oh my God, bore ho jayega. How much of khana, pina, song and dance and music? Yeah. Forget my knowledge. Even as a personality, if you take me and you send me to heaven, I don't think I will enjoy it. Yes, food and drink maybe, because I can enjoy good food and good drink, though I am very disciplined about it, but I can. Then what other thing will I enjoy in heaven? Dance, music, etc. Bore ho jayega yaar. Small doses. Music half an hour. If someone like Shaboni sings, okay, half an hour I can. More than that, yaar, bore ho gaya yaar. It's too much. It's too much. Too much for me to take. I'm like that. I mean, what to do? Dance maybe a little bit longer. Okay, fine. Another thing I'll enjoy in heaven is only all the martial arts that will be available, because warriors are there. Barring these two things, I would get bored there. As a personality I'm talking about. Keep my knowledge aside. Difficult, but keep it aside. I would get bored. Yeah. No challenge, no achievement, no hassles. Nobody interested in Vedanta if I'm going as a Vedanta. All interested only in song and dance and music. मैं क्या करेगा बैठ के उधर? So that's why the Vedic, all that elaborate rituals, we are going to heaven, this, that, etc., which we are not interested in. We are interested in moksha. Therefore, that much. Okay. Okay. Then, shall we go ahead? Ready for going ahead? I think I have handled this elaborately enough. Okay. Okay. Then he says, हिरण्मयेन पात्रेण सत्यस्यापि हितं मुखं तत्त्वं पुरुषान् अपृणु satyadharmaya drishtaye. This is a prayer of the person who has been living the lifestyle said before, that karma, upasana, etc. Okay. Hiranmayena patrena, by a plate, by an orb, a golden orb. Okay. Satyasya apihitam mukham. The face of the truth is hidden. The face of the truth is hidden. Therefore he says, Tattvam Purushan na apavranuhu. Okay, Purushan apavranuhu. Hey Pushan, Pushan is Ishvara. Hey Pushan, O Ishvara, apavranuhu. Remove that golden orb. Why? Satya dharmaya drishtaye. The true nature I want to see. ये क्या बात है? What type of prayer is this? Remember, here is a person who is doing karma and upasana. Correct? So his mind is taken up by Ishvara. Jagat Karanam Brahman. And the glories of Ishvara are so much that I am lost in the glories of the Lord. I am not seeing the Lord as Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. I am not seeing the Lord as Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. I am only seeing all the glories. 11th chapter of the Gita, Vishwarupa Darshanam, all the glories, you can get lost in it. Because I am a karmata, plus upasaka. In all this, what am I dealing with? Saguna Brahman. So the true nature of Brahman is hidden. It's a golden orb. My own karma and upasana is preventing me from seeing the truth. It was to get my mind ready. It was to get my mind ready. This happens with a lot of karmatas especially. Hiranmayena patrena apihitam satyasya mukham. Therefore, hey Pusan apavrano satya dharmaya drishtaye. Because I want to see the reality. I don't want to get caught up in your glories. I want to see your absolute glory as Satyam Jnanam Anantam. This is what happens. You go and sit for a Bhagavatam lecture, for example. There's a lot of Vedanta in Bhagavatam, okay? And you're sitting for a Bhagavatam lecture. And these Kathakars are good, They can make you cry in that. Because they invoke that Bhakti Bhava, this, that, all that, and again. What happened to all the Vedanta that is there in it? कहानी में गुम हो गया, भक्ति में डूब गया, which is good. The ability to immerse yourself in bhakti is good. But all that is called apara bhakti or sadhana bhakti. It's called bhakti as a sadhana, apara bhakti, lower bhakti. What is para bhakti? God and I are one and the same. Look at Meera's life, beginning, before she found her guru. All about longing and ecstasy for the Lord. And after that, after Sant Ravidas and Narsimha Mehta and all that, Aankh mein chhauli chodo ab tu man ke baasi re. All the hide and seek, you leave it now. You are sitting in my heart as I. Bhavasagar sab sukh gaya hai. What is Bhavasagar? Where is ocean of samsara? Nahi hai. Fikar nahi ab tarna nahi ki. There is no more worry about crossing the ocean of samsara. There is no samsara. Crossing का क्या बात है? That is para bhakti. Yeah. Vedantins don't have bhakti. ये क्या बात है? Nonsense. Vedanta is para bhakti. Yeah. Isn't it true in life? The more you love somebody, the more you feel identified with that person. His or her goals become my goals also. I'll be supportive of them. You feel a sense of identification. You share your lives together. Your body, your life, your mind, everything is entwined together. That's what love is. No? So what will be absolute love? You will say that also. कर नहीं पाता. एक जान है हम. You have one soul in two bodies. नहीं होता है. Because you are different. So by as an attitude, as an emotion, that can't happen. So similarly with the Lord, the more you understand, the more your response of bhakti will be there. The more you understand Ishvara, the response that comes out of you is bhakti. That bhakti can have many shades of emotional shades in it. For Radha, he was a lover. For Arjuna, he was his friend. And later on, Guru. Uddhava had Dasa Bhava. His plan should work out. I will do whatever necessary for it to happen. For his crack Narayani Sena, where he leads, we will follow. That's it. Bhakti. Put your life and limb on the risk. That's it. Bhakti. your level of understanding, the emotion response is bhakti. So what when you understand there's only one consciousness? Total identification. This total identification cannot come as an emotion. People try that in relationship, that's why it fails. Because as an emotion it cannot come. It can come only as a recognition. Sadhana bhakti will leave you up to a point. After that you have to cognitively understand there's only one consciousness behind Ishvara and me. Aham Brahmasmi, you have to be able to say. Or the strength of the teaching, you have to be able to say that. Once you can say that, then your bhakti is complete. Para bhakti it has become. No more apara bhakti. You can still express apara bhakti, that's fine. Like one of the greatest musicians in South, for example, Southern classical music, Sadashiva Brahmendra. What kirti is an all expression of bhakti. Do you know he has written a small commentary on the Brahma Sutras? Many musicians wouldn't know that. Music lovers wouldn't know. He has written a small commentary on the Brahma Sutras, a vritti on it. Beautiful. So expression in his life was apara bhakti. But he had para bhakti. Anyone who can write a vritti in the Brahma Sutras, my salutations. Okay. Yeah.
Is it the Parimalam?
Beg your pardon? No, it's not Parimalam. It's a separate vritti. Yeah. It's an independent vritti. Yeah. Parimalam is on the Bhamati line. Yeah. So, all this. So that's why he's saying in this verse, hey, my own karma, etc., I have not been able to see. My bhakti is still at apara level. Please, the Lord has to remove that covering so that I can see the face of the Lord. And the Lord removes it not like, okay, chalo, hat gaya. It's not like parda hata lo, mukhda dikha de. Okay, the old Hindi film song like that. No? Now, sometimes a spiritual truth is hidden like that. Like if you use into Sufi mysticism, there is something known as the dance of the seven wheels. Yeah. So the dance of the seven wheels is a hidden thing in terms of revealing the truth. Yeah. You have to learn to be able to recognize these things in different cultures, okay? Don't ask me where I saw the dance of the seven wheels and all that, okay? Yeah. It's devotional, it is erotic both. Yeah. The erotic aspect is to attract the people. The spiritual is what you have to recognize. Because it's cognitive. Spiritual is always, the height of spirituality is always cognitive. You have to understand that there is only one consciousness. So the Lord removing it, you can ask, you can pray to the Lord to remove it. And what will the Lord do? Send a guru. Send a guru, or kya? Like Guha was a great devotee of the Lord. He was a boatman, he is the chief of the boatmen. And he was man hoi man harsaya, gar baithe, Prabhu darshana pave. Why? The Lord had to come to his ghat to cross the river. No? He had to take him across. If you look at that Anup Jalota bhajan, there's a lot of fun interactions in it. Guha telling him, Lord, please be careful. Why? When you step onto my boat. Why? Let me wash your feet first. Why? I have heard about the mahima of the dust from your feet. It turned a stone into a woman, Ahalya. If anything happens to my boat, I am in a tough spot. Mushkil ho jayega. If my boat turns into a woman, what will I do? How will I ferry people across the Ganga? So that's all the interactions that happen, fun interactions. That's all the play of bhakti. Then Rama offers some coins at that because he's taken him across. No, no, no. A mochi will not take money from another mochi. A barber will not take money from another barber. So similarly, I can't take money from you. How? You're a boatman, I'm prince. You came to my ghat, I took you across. When I come to your ghat, you take me across. This is all the play of apara bhakti. It is fun, it is great, it gives you an emotional high. And in the process, what happened to Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman? What happened to Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman? Hiranmayena Patrena Apihitam Brahmana Mukham. This golden orb covers it. Oh Lord, please remove. Give me that. It's a prayer for knowledge actually. Because Karma and Upasana has done their job. He also is seeing the limitation of the whole thing. All that quietening the mind is not working. I have seen this. People talk about quietening the mind to transcend the mind. Not one of them have done it. Really got into samadhi. Because the day you get into that samadhi of total cessation, you will understand that it is not enough. Like it happened to me. Not enough. You need more. Until then you will talk and glorify it, romanticize it. That's romanticizing Vedanta. Many teachers also do that. Unfortunate. All new Vedantins. And ask them, kitna time samadhi mein baitha? How many hours have you sat in samadhi? No, I am trying. Tell me another one. You are trying. How many years are you trying? 20. Yeah, somebody went and told Swami Chinmayananji, Swamiji, for 20 years I am trying, nothing is happening. Nothing will happen. That is when something struck in my hand. Oh my God, what am I up to? That is Swami Chinmayananji's tough way of teaching. Understand? Yeah. Swami Chinmayananji's teaching, people don't recognize that sometimes a Zen-like quality about it. But people don't recognize it, they get upset about it. They get scared. Yeah. That's when I realized it's not an event, nothing is going to happen like that. Sitting in samadhi is not going to solve the issue. At the most, it will prepare your mind, which is true, it will prepare your mind. That's why the Upanishad advises it. No? Yeah. But if you think you're going to get moksha about it, listen to this verse. Hiranmayena patrena apihitam brahmano mukham. Yeah. Satyasya apihitam mukham. Okay. Okay. Now remember, okay, there is another view, because of the two verses that follow, that this is being said by this person on his deathbed, when he is dying. Because all his life he has lived by it, he recognizes his conduct. Because some of the verses that follow has that quality about it, okay. Therefore, he is praying for this knowledge, okay. Purushanekarshe yamassurya prajapatyah vyuharashmin samuha tejaha yatte rupam kalyanatamam tatte pashyami yo asau purusha sohamasmi. At the same time, there is some knowledge in him also. Okay, he says, Purushan ekarshe yamaha. Pushan also means the one who sustains. Okay, the translation in the book is nourisher, etc. Okay, Pushayati, that which sustains. Ishvaraha, Pushan. Ekarshe, because he is addressing Surya Devata. Ekarshe, the solitary traveler. Suryaha, that's why the word Surya happens after that. Yamaha, the one that controls Yamayati iti. Yama as Lord Death. Why? Because that's the final control. बस हो गया चल अभी फाइनल कंट्रोल बहुत नाटकबाजी किया ओके enough come on now फाइनल यमः प्रजापत्यः क्या you are the Prajapati, the creator of everything. Vyuha Rashmins, please gather your race together. Why? Hiranmayena patrena apihitam satyasya mukham. Therefore, gather your race together. Samuha tejaha, your brightness, your effulgent, all the glories that I see. Samuha. Why? Yette rupam kalyanatamam tatte pashyami. Your absolute nature. As Satyam Jnanam Anantam, let me see that. See that in the sense of direct knowledge. Let me know that. Therefore, all this, I am lost in your glories, O Lord. Please let me see your Swarupa. Your Swarupa. Yo asau Purusha soham asmi. The Purusha in the sun. This is like saying, I am Brahmasmi only. Okay? I have heard this. What? The Purusha that fills up the sun. Pura Ushati iti, that which is there in the sun. Sun is a Purushaha, Tasmin Ushati, that who is there in that. What is that? The consciousness. So aham asmi iti, that's the same consciousness that I am. The consciousness there, consciousness means same. One consciousness in Ishvara and Jiva. This is what I want to own up and make a fact of my life. So look at it. All that went before, those 5-6 verses, is preparation. Even meditation is a preparation to get your mind ready for the knowledge. Worship is a preparation to get your mind ready for the knowledge. It has other phalam also. Yes. Nobody is denying that. You will get that phalam. Yeah. Everything. Sarve tu akhilam karma jnane parisamapyate. Gita. Now don't ask me which Gita, not the girl next door, okay? Bhagavad Gita. The song of the Lord, okay? Bhagavan song, okay? Yeah. All karma, etc. finally has to culminate what? In knowledge. Because all this is only preparation. You are preparing your mind. कितना तक prepare करेगा? How long will you keep preparing? How long will you keep preparing? Finally, you have to study and know the truth. No? So the preparation should go side by side with your studies. A very interesting letter by Swami Chinmayanji. Today I am quoting Swami Chinmayanji a lot. Okay. This is an year of anniversary of his 108th birthday, isn't it? This is the year, right, Mangala? Yeah, this is the year. He would have been 108 if he has not had samadhi. Yeah. Anyway, so there is a person from south, and those days Swami Chinmayanji used to go to the Himalayas very often. Once in 6 months at least he would be there in Rudrakashi. So this idiot wrote to Swami Chinmayanji, I want to do a Kaya Kalpa treatment. Can you get me these herbs from the Himalayas? I am not mentioning names, okay? I mean, both, he's also dead and gone now, so it's okay. But still, Swamiji wrote him a stinker back, really. Fired him left, right and center. So, another person, after some few months, and he came back, asked him, Swamiji, the person was only requesting for this herbs. He is committed to Vedanta. But it is said, no, Shariram Adi Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. take care of the body first because the sadhana for dharma. So he was to do a lot of sadhana. That is why he is asking for these herbs. And you wrote him such a stinker. So Swami Chinmayanji replies saying, yeah, after all, and he gives an example. After all, you have to churn the curds to get the butter out. Swami Chinmayanji replies, for a change, a compassionate. Yes, that is true. You have to churn the curds to get the butter. The champion has been doing it for the last 20 years. The butter has come up. If it does more churning, the butter will go back. Will melt back in the heat, go back into the buttermilk. You'll never be able to take it up, pick it up again. So that what made me write. That should not happen. That's what made me write that stinker of a letter to him. कितना तक साधना करेगा? In the name of sadhana, you get stuck. You get stuck into doing something. It has, your sadhana has become your conditioning. Of course, I am sure with my students that will never happen. Most of them kidhar, it will never happen. Why? Sadhana karte hi nahi hai. ये problem किधर से? Okay. So maybe next camp I should talk about what is the sadhana and what is the sadhya. Primary sadhana, secondary sadhana, all of them. Let me see. Camp will be the penultimate weekend of August. I have to still fix up the dates and all fine. And the place, either the same place, Keshav Srishti, or some place in Lonavala. I have to fix it up. But tentatively, these are the dates. Okay. The weekend after the August 15th, after the August 15th weekend, not the August 15th weekend, the weekend after that. Okay. Because August 15th weekend, everyone wants to go out of town, this, that, etc., family. So the weekend after that. Anyway, we'll fix it up. So, this is what he is saying here. So, all the sadhanas is fine. Finally, you have to recognize that the Ishvara that I am worshipping and me are non-different. Yeah, they are not different. Yeah. Aham Brahmasmi iti. The Purusha and the Sun in this thing. And in me is one and the same. Pura Ukshati iti, that which obtains in this body and that body is one and the same consciousness. One consciousness, million bodies. One consciousness, a zillion bodies. That's how the whole thing is. Until that recognition comes, it is not complete. Until then, some sadhana, it's good to keep it going. And then the sadhana changes. The more the recognition is there, the more you'll do nididhyasanam to own it up, make it a fact of your life. So that quietening the mind, etc., your mind is quiet and you can command a quiet mind anytime. That's the practice. You can command a quiet mind anytime. Then in that quiet mind, you will do nididhyasana. You will bring in the essence of the teaching. That settles down into you. Knowledge settles down. Then you walk the roads of the city like an ordinary person. you are that limitless consciousness. What you live was what? As you want. As an ordinary person. Or as a teacher. As a married person. Or a monk. Up to you. It doesn't matter. Yogarato va, bhogarato va. A life of yoga or a life of bhoga, enjoyment. Sangarato va, sangavihinaha. Reveling in company or all by yourself. A loner. Yasya brahmane ramate chittam nandati nandati nandatyeva. One whose mind revels in Brahman, he alone revels. He alone enjoys. Others are trying to eke out some happiness here and there. Kabhi khushi, kabhi gum. Nice. So that is the whole thing. And what about after that? After that, go and have a cup of coffee or kya, job is done. Sorry, go have your dinner. It's dinner time or whatever. Good place to stop. Okay, Om Tat Sat.